Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Math is Fun. I think I'm going to add by PK to it. Math is Fun by PK. So you're welcome this afternoon, and also maybe good evening or good morning, depending on whenever you're watching this video and wherever you are. At this particular point, I would like us to look at addition and subtraction of fractions. Okay, this is something that we've done in grade 3. This video is particularly for grade 4s and grade 5s. Yes, so we are looking at addition and subtraction of fractions. And without wasting my time, let us see what we can do. Okay. Basically, in grade 3, we were introduced to fraction whereby the top number is the numerator, the bottom number is your denominator. And fast forward, we also learned how to add fractions whereby we have a common denominator. So basically, we are talking about like fractions. Like fractions simply means that the denominators are the same, but the numerators could also be the same or of different numbers. Okay, so we deal with like fractions. So let's see, having a fraction of, let's say, 3 out of 8 being added to let's say 4 out of 8 or so. All right, so rules about fractions: please avoid adding numerators and denominators at the same time. Those are some few mistakes that learners normally do, so we try to avoid that. So whenever you are asked to add fractions, please never add denominators or never subtract denominators. That is rule number 1. Okay, so moving forward, whenever we are asked to add fractions this way, we can decide to work towards the right or our steps will go down. Okay, all that we have to know is that in grade 4 and early grade 5, when we are dealing with fractions of the same denominators, since I have a common denominator 8 and 8, then automatically I take 8 as my denominator. Okay, I take 8 as my denominator, so because we have a common denominator. And fast forward, we just add our numerators, 3 plus 4. So in this particular case, 3 is being added to 4 and they are all over 8 because the common denominator is what? Is 8. So this is the same thing like someone writing 3 out of 8 plus 4 out of 8. It is the same thing basically. But just for us to know that you just take a denominator, there is no need for you to say 8 plus 8. That is not done when it comes to addition and subtraction of fractions. Okay, so here we add our numerators. 3 plus 4 gives us a sum of what? 7, which is out of what? Out of 8. At this particular point in grade 5, you may be asked to simplify the fraction to the simplest form. Okay, but as at now, 7 is a prime number and 7 cannot divide the denominator that we have, so our answer will be left as what? 7 out of 8. All right, let's try our hands on a possible subtraction question also and see. Always remember that you take the common denominator to be your denominator because we are dealing with like fractions. Okay, so a possible question: if we are given 14 out of 15 minus 7 out of 15. Okay, remember that we were told that if you are dealing with like fractions or fractions with common denominators, all that you have to do is that is 15, that is 15, so our common denominator is 15. So up to this point, you take your 14 minus 7. Alright? So subtracting 7 from 14 basically is what? 7, which is out of the denominator 15. All right, so we go over again. The rule is that never add or subtract the denominators. All right, so these are some few examples that we can go through up to this point. Remember again that 7 here is a prime number which cannot divide 15, and there is no number that can divide the 2. The highest common factor that can divide these 2 is 1, so we leave the fraction as this. So adding 3 out of 8 to 4 out of 8 will give us what? 7 out of 8. And subtracting 7 out of 15 from 14 out of 15 also gives us what? 7 out of 15. Let's try our hands on something. I normally call it the problem of the day. Let's see. What if we are given 14 out of 15 minus 7 out of 15, then we are adding 2 out of 15. Okay, what will we do? Someone will say that, Ish, you taught us that, and you are giving us that one. Yes. That is why I normally call it the problem of the day. In grade 4, maybe we will not get such a question, but just to prepare our minds, and also for the grade 5s, it is likely that you get such a question. Once you get all denominators to be the same, like fraction, all the denominators are 15, 15, 15. So we come down and say that whatever we are doing, our denominator should be what? 15. Alright. Then we move forward, starting from the left, moving towards the right. Okay. It is addition and subtraction. So we start from the left, move towards the right. We go 14 minus 7 plus 2. So let's do it together. 14 minus 7. Subtracting 7 from 14 gives us what? 7. Okay. So our 7 plus 2 also gives us what? 7 plus 2 gives us 9. So we have 9 out of 15. Alright. In grade 4, possibly if you leave your answer like this, we will not penalize you. But in grade 5, if you leave your answer like this, the teacher will say that no, you are supposed to simplify it to the lowest form. How do we simplify it? If you want to know how to simplify fractions also, you check on the videos. A video is done on that, so you watch that. So here basically you look for the highest common factor of 9 and 15. I know that 3 can divide 9, 3 can divide 15. 3 goes into 9 how many times? That gives us 3. And 3 goes into 15 how many times? It gives us what? 5. Remember that whatever you do to the numerator, you do the same thing to the denominator. So our simplified form of the fraction will be 3 out of 5. I hope this video really helped you. All that in conclusion, we have to know that never add or subtract your denominators since you are working with common denominators. If even you are not working with common denominators, the rule is that you cannot add or subtract denominators. You only look for a common denominator. And since we have the common denominator already, we stick to it, we subtract or we add our numerators and simplify our answer. Thank you for watching this video. Share for friends and family to also benefit from that. Remember the name Math is Fun by PK. Thank you.